Hello everyone, I am Magdala Ramirez and I come from the Maya Mexica tradition. I'm so happy to be with you today. I remind everyone to go into our website magdalas.com, that is magdalas.com, and check what we have. We have upcoming ceremonies. We have the school online, we have books, we have so many beautiful things that it will help you to see this. Well, today we really want to talk about this wave that we are, this trecena, for 13 days and what is it and how it is. I want you to remember that the ancestors, they were not measuring time. They were measuring consciousness. And right now we are in the ocelotl wave. This is about understanding the shape-shifting and understanding the mirror. This is a time when there is so much going on everywhere in the world. And understanding what is that mirror that you see is very, very important. For such a long time, human beings were so part of the system because the system defined them, because the system tells them who they are. And we have been working in the ways of the feminine that recognize that place inside of you, that it is a very different story. So when you work with the mirrors, there is refraction, and reflection. Refraction is when you arrive when already the things were there and then you were trained to see a reality based in whatever it was, and that's the programming. And then you have the perception of reality. You're going to see in that mirror whatever it is in that consciousness inside of yourself. So it doesn't matter how much you clean that mirror over and over and over again, because you don't like the reflection, it won't work. You do need to clean what is inside of you. And what part of you are constantly reflecting to all your relations, whatever they want to see. People relate with other people based on the system, whatever they want to see in you. And then you accommodate that mirror constantly instead of not reflecting back what they are seeing. What is it that you're reflecting back? As a human being, you contain all the mirrors, all those parts on your relations, and yet you're choosing what do you are reflecting back. Are you reflecting back based on the system? Are you reflecting back based on whatever they put on you and then you want to react based on that? Or you have the ability in this time and space to observe that and not react based on that. Not react of all these biases that people put on you. Not react in all these situations that it is taking place. You see, the ancestors have this powerful school, the Calmecac. And in there, first you go as a tiger warrior and train as a tiger warrior. And until you master the tiger warrior, then you reach the eagle warrior. And the tiger warrior is exactly in the time and space that you are in this trecena. And the teachings were very, very extensive, and of course was for men and women. There were different postures of meditations. There were different exercises physically, that it will help the people to understand that mirror and how not to react to it. And it doesn't matter how people see you, you don't need to become that because of what they think you are. We were talking in the morning about the children and what you say to the children and how important it is at very early age to not to have a set mind and recognize your own purpose in life. Not because the system said so, but because of who you are. And this was part of the training of the Tiger Warrior. Also, part of the training was the shape-shifting. And this was a very, very important teaching. Because you were able to drop your little world, that one that defines you constantly, limits you constantly, and understand the whole creation. You can shift your consciousness into that little fly that it is flying around you and see how they perceive time. How does it look like flying around? What is it? The way of thinking. You can shape-shift into a tree. How do they feel? How do they think about time? You know, the thinking about time, it's very, very important because it will make you realize that that linear time that you are so hooked, it doesn't really exist. There is that part of you that recognizes this. Shape-shifting was the kindergarten for the ancestors. Yet for the human being, it has been a big struggle because the system told them, this is who you are and this is who you are and that's it. Nothing else exists. Yet shifting and moving your consciousness is a very, very important because you realize what it means, consciousness, and what it is, your awareness. And when you see the whole creation and the beauty of it, you understand this in a much more deeper manner. Have you turned today into a butterfly? You might think that the butterflies, they go here and there, yet they're following a path, a pattern. When you shape-shift into a very different insect or animal, or you can see how bonded you are with the whole creation. And that it is not your little world that limits you, that defines you. That there is nothing actually that limits you. You have the ability to go absolutely everywhere in the world. That's what you call remote viewing. There is a part of you that you are able to recognize what it is you call the future. You can see it. You can see the consequence of all your acts and realize what's going on in there. You have the ability to heal your physical body, your emotions. Going back into the Tiger Warrior, they were experts about the emotional body. Because the emotional body can help you to go higher, or it can help you to be trapped into only one single idea of reality that you have in there. The emotions, you can use them as a stepping stone. You can understand that sometimes even being angry about it or being scared about it, it does awake different paths. But if you stay in it, you cannot move. The ancestors were able to disconnect and connect as well. What is it in those emotions that it takes you there? The tiger warrior were able to understand that inner power and where it comes from. You must remember that the ancestors didn't have those issues about feminine and masculine that it is in the system. They understand balance and understand the power that it is in that balance. Yes, what you're doing right now is enlightening your personality. You need to be able to hold hands, your feminine and masculine. That place inside of you that knows how to do this, that knows how to deal with these incredible times that it is happening in the world. And yes, you're hearing the voice of the Great Mother guiding you into a higher aspects of yourself, yet is being clouded by filters of your own personality that thinks that you cannot trust yourself. So here is the situation. You come into this realm because you needed some lessons of love. Why? Because everything is about love. And love is so vast. It's the whole energy of the multiverse and all inside of you. It is so vast that you cannot define it. It is all this incredible power. Yet you do need it to have those lessons of love. You needed to know how it feels, passing through so many experiences. Yet once you learn the lesson, you go into the next step. You are love. And everything around you is because of love. And everyone is about love. So you come into this realm to reach yourself. Where are you? Yes, you are in the other side of the mirror. Reaching yourself, it is imperative at this time. That is making the realization of the self. Reaching you to the part of you that recognize who you are and your own eternity. In everything, the first step, it's about that love that you are. And being able to detach from that little world and understanding that the only thing that you have is love, it really creates this beautiful path and the understanding that you are reaching yourself at every moment. What is that self that you are reaching? The one that it is able to recognize the oneness. The one that it is able to recognize herself as the one and the whole happening at the same time. The very, very core of that tree of life. The one that it is able to see all these branches, all these parallel lives having different experiences and sharing it to accelerate the process. This one, reaching yourself, that recognize that whatever it is happening to one, it is also happening into the many. And shape-shifting was the very, very first step. And it is still the very, very first step. You can practice. You can practice to feel that consciousness all around you without being biased. Without putting the human part in it. Every time that you put the human part of it, you're looking at biases. Every time that you see a person and you have biases, you're not really seeing that person. And that is why people went blind in the recognition of who they are. And because they couldn't see themselves, they couldn't see anybody else. Recognizing how it is working within your own self, all these biases, and disable those biases. Recognize that people is beautiful as they are, and don't be afraid to see them, as you're not afraid to see yourself anymore. Nobody is punishing you except you. Nobody is judging you except you. So what will happen when you stop punishing yourself and judging you? Everything gets clear in the mirror. You begin to see a very different reality. Recognizing that you see, it really comes from within. The incredible ability to heal yourself, to heal your physical body, it is there. You can see your cells, everyone so completely interrelated. Your organs in your physical body so completely interrelated. And you're the orchestra of everything that it is happening in that physical body. That you can send that energy to different cells or different organs or whatever you need. You know that your physical body, it was designed to live for a very, 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 very long time. And then when it was the time of the invasion, that's when it got shorter, the years. And it wasn't enough for the people to make the realization of the self until now that we are accelerating the process. Saying to the people, this is what is going on. All these hidden teachings that it was in many cultures everywhere in the world are coming back. Everything that it was hidden, it is coming back, and it is beautiful. You are beautiful. An incredible human being with such a powerful, powerful abilities. And yes, in the Kalmecc, people needed to embrace that tiger warrior in order to get into the eagle warrior. And that's a story for another time. But I can tell you, facing who you are and understanding that the enemy, it is inside of you, and battling with that enemy is not going to take you to no place. But embracing every version of yourself, recognizing why it was created in the first place. The only thing that you can be is you, and understand that beauty inside of you. Well, I do want you to check our website and keep on sending you emails to us. And it is magdalas.com. That is MAGDALAS.com. I want you to download Messages from the Great Mother. It is so beautiful app because it's the perfect synchronicity in every day of what you're passing through. And you do need to know that the Great Mother is always inside of you. And it is beautiful to see that even through technology in an app, she sent you this little text that it is this perfect synchronicities every day. That's why I create that. And it is so beautiful. People sharing the stories with me constantly. Come to the school online. It is the time for you to reach yourself. And thank you. Thank you. Tlatsokomate. 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 For your work. I am you. I am Magdala.